Hey folks, day 15 of my 30 days, no, 25 days telling the same story challenge. And today at Yoyogi Park, I met Christoph from Belgium, and he agreed to be on camera. So, hope you enjoy. The story is still the same story, but I think it's so interesting when you're telling to a real person. And now I am recording this at Shibuya station. It's pretty crowded. It's pretty noisy. I bet you can hear a lot of noises here. But before I cut it into the actual storytelling, just want to say one thing that I realized that I continue to run is that don't overthink, just do it. So far, I have in the park, I have approached 3 people, and all of them agree to be my audience. And today, Christoph even agreed to be on camera. So just don't overthink and ask. Okay, my train is here. I need to get on it. See you. Bye bye. So you're the third person who I approach and agreed to do this.
I hope I will be a good audience.
Oh yeah, wow! There's no good or bad. Like I hope I can tell a good story for you. So it's the same story. So but I bet it's the first time you've been hearing it. So what I'll do is I'll set up the camera because usually I'll do it at a table, but I'll see how far I can set up the camera that I can shoot myself only. You don't need to be on it, and you don't even need to tell me your name if you don't feel like.
No, it's fine.
Is it okay?
Do as you like. It's
Okay.
fine for me.
Okay. I mean, do you want to be a camera? Because I'm happy to
Yes,
include
if you
anyone.
want, yes.
Really?
Yeah, it's fine.
Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay. Then let me see.
I mean, why not? It's no, I'm fine with it. No problem. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I'm gonna upload it
No,
on
it's
YouTube. Is it? Okay. Oh, that would be great. So nice of you. Let me see. How can I?
Okay.
Okay.
No, it's good. No.
It looks good. So I'm also wearing a pin mic here. Actually, I was supposed to roll it like before I talked to you, but I forgot. And but anyway, now it's
Okay.
rolling. So I'll also include the part where I haven't started the camera yet. So I'll include all these conversations.
Yes, you will do it again when we.
No, yeah, no.
No, it's fine, it's
yeah.
fine.
So
We
whatever
stay natural, yeah.
weird
Better,
with
better.
the conversation now, it will be included.
Oh, okay.
Is it
perfect.
okay?
Yeah, I prefer like this to be honest. So,
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah. Because I don't want to like fake the
Yeah,
you know
it's,
the
it's not
approach.
natural, it will be.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
will be a little bit weird.
Yeah.
No, it's perfect like this. I prefer like this.
Okay. So nothing for you to like just feel comfortable because basically just feel like maybe a stranger telling you a story and see if it's interesting. Okay. And also today I would love to try this and do you mind if maybe just using let me roll the camera first.
It's fine.
Okay. So, do you mind if maybe using one word or a phrase to just describe how you're feeling or your energy right now that you are
Right now?
feeling? Yeah.
Physically exhausted, but mentally resourceful.
Mentally.
Mentally, I don't know. To be honest, I missed the word. I can remember the word to say.
It's okay. Whatever comes to your mind.
I'm just feeling rested.
Rested. Rested. Okay. So
Sorry, English is not my first
no.
language. so
It's also not my.
I have a really strong French accent, and sometimes it's a little bit difficult for me. Sorry.
No, I think it's perfectly fine. It's better than
Okay.
mine.
No, yours is really good.
I don't know. Thank
Yeah.
you.
As a non-English speaker, I really understand you really well. So it's
Oh,
fine.
thank
Yeah.
you. And I can understand you really well too. So yeah. So you're saying that you are physically exhausted but mentally rested.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. So why I asked that because I want to tell this story. I told it so many times, and I want to try to match the energy that you have right now.
Okay.
And maybe by the end of the story, you can tell me how well I'm doing it, how well the story match your energy right now. Just
Okay.
feeling physically exhausted but mentally rested.
Yes.
Sound okay? Yeah. So this story Anything before I start? Anything you want to ask me? Clarify anything?
No, I prefer discover the story.
Okay.
Not knowing anything about it. It
Okay.
will be funnier like this, I think.
Okay, sounds good. So, this is a story about a bus that I took 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago, in Vietnam.
Okay.
By the way, I'm Chinese, and Vietnam is a foreign country to me. And 10 years ago, it was me and my best friend. His name is Neil.
Okay.
Well, that's not his real name. His English name is Neil. And we've been friends since the high school. And then when I was on this bus, and let me pause a bit. We were taking a trip in Vietnam.
Yes, you were touring together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were going to do a bicycle trip in Vietnam,
Oh, okay.
basically. Yeah, and it's going to be a long distance biking trip. And I don't know how much you know about Vietnam. Have you been to it?
I never been to Vietnam.
Okay.
I only knew a little bit, like the name of the capital. The
Okay,
name
yeah.
Not a lot.
Okay, that's good enough. So Vietnam is a really long country,
Yes,
right?
I see
Yeah.
it on the map. And
So it's a
yeah.
really long country. So in the north, it's Hanoi, the capital
Yes.
city. In the south is Ho Chi Minh City. Back then, when there was a war, these are the two capitals,
I
right?
see on the map. Yes,
Yeah. So our plan was that we will go into Hanoi and take a public transportation from Hanoi to middle Vietnam, and then from there get on our bicycles and then ride all the way to Ho Chi Minh City. We wanted to cover the whole Vietnam on bikes, but it was too long. We didn't have enough time. We had only 1 week holiday, so we were like, let's do it together. We've been wanting to do the bicycle trip together. We've been maybe biking a little bit separately, but never had a chance to do it together. So we really look forward to it. We plan a trip, and then we're like, let's do it. So excited. First time we're going to. One is first time we're going to Vietnam. Two is first time like we're biking together, right? So we're really excited. We got into Hanoi. Got into Hanoi. We found out that we planned the trip at not the best time.
Oh,
What do I mean is that
raining season.
no, it was overlapping
Okay.
a whole week-long national holiday in Vietnam.
Oh yes.
So we have Golden Week here in Japan too. The same concept is like the whole week, everyone is on holiday in that
it's nice.
country. Yeah, it's nice. But then it wasn't good for us because we planned to take public transportations. So we went to get train tickets, couldn't get one. Went to get bus tickets, couldn't get one. What our plan was that we were going to take a sleeping seat on the train. So in Vietnam they have sleeping seats on train, and also the tour bus there were also sleeping seats only. And you get on the bus, get on the train, sleep overnight, and get to the destination. You know, we could get on our bikes and start our trip. But we couldn't get our ticket, so we were basically stuck in Hanoi. And and I was like, Neil, what do we do? Are we staying here in Hanoi for 7 days and maybe explore the city and then go back home, or I don't know, just cancel the trip and go back home? And he's like, let's not give up first. let's just ask people and see what we get, because we're already in Vietnam. We're so close to the start of our trip. Let's not give up. So we went on to ask people. We asked everyone we could ask. We asked people in the hotel, in the restaurant, in the train station, bus station. And then finally, some of the local people pointed us to a bus terminal where the local people use a lot, but no foreigners use it, basically because there was no website about the bus schedule. There was no one speaking English. It was hard for foreigners to navigate.
Yeah, yeah.
So the locals were like, maybe you have a shop there, go there, and they may have seats for you. So we went there, and actually they did have a seat. So we were like, yes, we found the ticket. We got basically 2 seats for us to take us to a city called Nha Trang, which is in the middle towards the south. It has a beautiful beach, beautiful city. There it gives us enough time to get on the bikes and bike all the way to Ho Chi Minh, enough time to go back home too. So we're like, yes, that's great. But then when we get to the bus, the bus was nothing like what we expected. Remember what I say, like we want sleeping seat, air conditioning, and then overnight, and the bus has
Almost impossible to have that.
yeah, it was like outdated and old and crappy, and no air conditioning, no sleeping seats. The window has to be kept open all the time just to keep us cool because it was really hot in Vietnam. And also, we have to sit on the bus. And we asked the driver how long it takes to get to the destination. And he say, tomorrow evening. And this is the day in the morning. And tomorrow evening, meaning like we're gonna spend 2 whole days. So 2 whole days on that bus. So we're like sitting 2 whole days on the bus. It sounds already exhausting.
So no rest, and then biking all the way to the south, and then back up.
Exactly. So I was saying to Neil, do we really want to do this? Because we're going to bike after this. Like, how do we don't get good rest? How do we bike? Where do we get the strength and power? So he say, let's see where the bus takes us, because we're so close and we already found this option. Like, why not? Let's try. If it doesn't work out, if we feel exhausted, we'll find another way. Maybe we take another bus and then to Ho Chi Minh and then go home. I said, maybe, yeah, let's do it. Like, since we're already here, and since they do have seats. So we got on the bus. And we also had a question before we got on the bus, like, how do we eat? How do we go to restroom? Because there's no restroom on the bus. We thought maybe we should go to a store and buy some food to get on the bus so that we have something to eat in 2 days. But then we didn't have enough time, so we just had to get on the bus, and they were departing. And luckily, eventually, what happened was that they do stop at restaurants for like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They stop at there wasn't any option. We just like stop at a restaurant. You just go eat whatever is there, but everyone ate the same food, so
at least you have something to eat. So it's better than nothing.
Yeah, it's better than nothing. So we got on the bus. And the bus was run by a crew of 4 people, 2 drivers and 2 conductors, because it's a long distance bus. They need to take shifts, right? One sleep and one work. And because it's a long distance bus, actually not a lot of passengers use that bus as a really long distance bus. We were almost the only passengers who stay on the bus for more than 30 hours. The other passengers who usually just got on halfway and then got off halfway, they use it more commuting between cities, short distance. And the bus stopped all the time because they need to recruit more passengers. They need to make money, and they kept the door open all the time, even when it was running. The conductor, remember I say the crew, there is a conductor. The conductor would just stand at the door, and when they pass by a village, a town, they would just shout where the bus is going, then get people onto the bus, and they will actually stop all the time to get people on. So that's why it took much longer than the train and the tour bus. So on the bus, it was really boring. So we got nothing to do. I kind of have to just slow down and pay attention to everything. I was thinking, how should I spend this 2 days on this bus, and then looking out the window, but it turned out it was beautiful. Outside the window,
looking at the view.
The rice fields and the ocean, because it's sometimes it's running next to the sea. It's just beautiful. And then also people got on the bus was interesting. Some people, there was this one guy I remember. People feel like they don't care about anything. It was pretty chill, the country. People got on, and there was this guy with an insect on his neck. I don't know what insect was. I think it's a cricket. I almost sure that he knew that there's an insect on his neck, but he didn't even care to just wave it. Get rid of it. And he got on the bus. He'd say something to the conductor. I didn't understand Vietnamese at all, but the conversation just sounded like the guy get on the bus and say, "Where does this bus go? I just want to get on the bus and sit." And then they just sat down and then sat for a few hours and got off. So it gave me a really chill vibe, on the bus. Although physically it was exhausting, right? Sitting there for 2 days, and overnight we have to just sleep sitting, and in the morning wake up and just where are we now? It was exhausting, but it was really chill. I have a feeling that we were almost on a ship, sailing together with this group of people towards a destination, although I don't know what it's like, but it's a group of people sailing towards a goal, and I don't even know these people. And on that bus, because we have so much time, we also chat with the crew, using Google Translate, and we're we're almost like exchanging life story. And this one guy in the crew, and he started to tell me the girls he met before, and even show me photos of the girls he met before. And then we got bonded, like 36 hours on the bus. A lot could happen, so we got bonded. We also witnessed a lot of interesting things together. There was a car that we saw is in the middle of the rice field, and there was no sign of how it went into it. It almost felt like a car flew into the middle of the rice field, and we didn't know how it happened. And also, halfway there's a section where cows just walking in the middle of the road, and all the cars have to like just go slowly and wait for the cows. And also there was a truck that was coming towards the other direction, and the truck was transporting some fruits, boxes of fruits, and one of the boxes just fell off. And the whole crew on our bus saw that, and then they were waving to the truck driver, and the truck driver didn't see it, it just went. And then now there was a box of fruit in the middle of the road, so our bus stopped, and then the crew was so happy, went down, just grab it, and they were like, let's grab it, and then they grab it, and with big smile on their face. And me and Neil, we were the only two foreigners on the bus, so they gave us one of the fruits. I don't remember, I don't even know what the fruit was. I don't remember what it tastes like, but I just remember so happy to receive a gift like in the middle of the journey. So it was just a beautiful 2 days we spent with the crew, with the bus, with people, and then we finally got to Nha Trang, the destination for us, or the starting point for us, our bicycle trip. It was already evening, like night, and we got our bikes off the bus and we said goodbye to the crew. The crew was also like a big smile on their face, and they were waving to us. And I almost felt like I didn't want to end that bus trip, but we move on to the bicycle trip, which was also a wonderful journey, but that's another story. But this bus trip, at the beginning, I thought it was going to be like, 2 days on a crappy bus. How can I do this?
Yeah.
But at the end, now 10 years later, when I think about what story do I want to tell? Like when I was thinking, how to do this challenge. And this story just came up, and I realized it just became a beautiful memory that I had like 10 years ago, not 10 years back. I still remember. And it was a memory that I created with my best friend. It's a memory that I created with a bunch of strangers. And it was wonderful how this group of people that I don't even know any name of them, that our lives just converge at that time in that bus at the same place in the same time, and it just lives in my memory. So the reason I'm telling the story, I've been asking myself, why do I tell the story? What's important about it? I didn't know at the beginning, but the more I tell it, the more I realize it's because there are times in life where you're just working towards your goal, and there's something in between you and your goal. And this something sometimes looks so horrible.
Exhausting, problematic, but no, in the end it could be just a beautiful memory, a beautiful part of the travel, yes.
Exactly, when you get into that experience, and when you pay attention to it, when you give it time and space, when you try to experience it, it could become so beautiful memory. So yeah, that's why I wanted to tell the story, and that's the end of the story.
Yeah, that was a beautiful story.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
And now I want even more to go to Southeast Asia.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, to be honest, this is the destination where I want to go the most in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
It could be in Thailand, Vietnam, Myanmar.
Oh yeah.
But I really want to go there, and hearing your story now, I want even more to go there.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it was a beautiful story.
Thank you so much for listening. Thank you.
Yeah, well, it was a pleasure for me.
Oh.
But now I regret a little bit to not go with my friends earlier, because I was thinking, it's more than 30 degrees, I don't do a lot of sports. They went biking to see the mountain. I know I could do it, but I was afraid, that I ran out of water. I should have went with them now. Yeah.
I mean, it's never too late. And
Yeah.
honestly,
I mean, next time I will go and I won't be afraid to go out of my limits. And yeah, it could have been a wonderful moment.
Oh.
So
Wow.
yeah, now your story gave me even more the will to go to Southeast Asia and a little bit of regret
Oh.
with my friends.
I'm so glad to hear that. And because I really love Southeast Asia too. I think I really identify with that vibe because I grew up in the region. I'm not from Japan. I'm from China.
Yes, you say so.
Yeah, and I'm from the southern part of China where it has a similar feeling. So whenever I go to any city in Southeast Asia, I just feel that, wow, this feels so familiar. I love it. I just love this feeling, not just in Vietnam. Remember I say it's a chill vibe.
Yeah.
People are so chill. It's not just in Vietnam. I went to Thailand. Thailand was like that too. I never been to like Malaysia. I've been to Singapore. Singapore maybe is not as chill as the other.
It's a really different vibe. I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. But I think in general, Southeast Asia is really just a great region. Yeah.
It always seems so interesting for me, and yeah, I really hope that one day I will be able to discover it, just like you did with Neo.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
Yeah, I will. But maybe not soon, but I will definitely.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks you too for the story and.
Thank you. Let me stop the camera
Yeah,
and
it's
then
fine.
yeah. Ah. Yeah. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for this moment.
No, thank you. Yeah, I didn't put them on camera because I think like I was afraid to ask actually.
No, it's fine, really. You can ask next time, and I think if the person do not want, it won't stop them to continue after that. So
Yeah.
yeah, you can ask really.